Teofimo Lopez joining Team Canelo, having Eddie Reynoso, just that extra pair of eyes in his corner in addition to his father. So now he has two trainers of the year, and that's impressive. That's a cool thing to see because obviously I think everybody can agree that Teofimo Lopez, he's a star. He's definitely one of the bigger draws in the sport of boxing, and he definitely has the goods. It's just he's had those iffy performances. I think that we can all agree that Teofimo sometimes fights to the level of his opposition, even if that means, lowering his skill level and making, a fight that wasn't supposed to be competitive, somewhat competitive. And sometimes that happens in the sport of boxing. I always say, like, Teofimo's one of those fighters that if he doesn't hear a big name, it doesn't motivate him to train. So if he has an opponent that most people see as the underdog, he's not going to get that excited about it. But if Teo's the underdog like he was against Josh Taylor, as he was against Lomachenko, he's going to show up on fight night if that's the case. And I think he just needs to be fighting that better opposition. If not, there's more of a chance that Teofimo doesn't train properly or isn't as motivated to fight as opposed to when he's fighting a big name like Loma or Josh Taylor. So I just think Teo needs those big fights, and I think Eddie Reynoso and Team Canelo are going to help Teo tremendously, especially when it comes to just calming down. I think that's the most common thing. Eddie Reynoso always tells Canelo, tranquilo, stay calm whenever he's in the corner. I think that's something that Teofimo is just going to need to hear. I feel like as good as his dad is, I think that Teo's going to need to hear Eddie Reynoso tell him to just calm down and be less anxious in there. Because you know how we as fans have been kind of critical of Teo's dad at times, saying like, why is he just telling Teo to get him out of there? Why are you not knocking him out? That's the kind of stuff that we've been hearing from Teofimo Lopez's father, Teo Sr., and I think we just need to hear more strategy and just more, how to stay composed when it's a fight, when things start getting hot in the boxing ring. I think Teo just needs to learn how to settle down and control himself, because he definitely has all the talent. It's just more so, can he translate it into the ring, the actual fight, and execute a game plan. I think that's the main thing that Teo is going to gain from joining a guy like Canelo. Just all the wisdom and experience that Canelo has, I think he's going to be able to pass it on to Teofimo Lopez. And I think this just makes me want to see Teo in even bigger fights, having Eddie Reynoso in his corner, because it would be a big opportunity for Team Canelo to look even better. Besides having the cash cow of boxing in your stable, Canelo Alvarez, you're going to have another guy who's another big draw. They had Ryan Garcia before. Obviously, they had a little bit of a conflict having to do with the language barrier, and I think they had a little bit of a falling out with Ryan. Now Ryan and Canelo are very cool. So if Teo ever fought Ryan, it would be really interesting just to see the teams clash. Obviously the history of having Ryan Garcia and Eddie Reynoso, and with Team Canelo. And now, Teo's with Team Canelo. So if Ryan and Teo did ever fight, now that'd be a more interesting fight. I think that would sell a lot, and I'd be excited for that. I really want to see Teofimo Lopez and Ryan Garcia at some point, because they're both in that point where neither guy really wants to make 140. Let's be real. These guys can fight at 47, and I'd love to see that, because they don't really care about the weight, as opposed to Devin Haney, who was like very strict on 140, and the fight was signed at 140, and Ryan obviously came in over. So I think Teo and Ryan going at it at 147 would be definitely ideal for the sport of boxing. I'd love that fight. But it would definitely be a tough one to make, just because now that Teo's with Team Canelo, not only is Teo gonna bring up his resume, everything he's done in the sport of boxing, all the big names and the actual on paper accomplishments he has, he's also with Canelo. So I think that also raises his kind of opportunity to be the A side, even though I think Ryan Garcia is just a bigger draw. Maybe he hasn't accomplished as much as Teo, but still did 1.2 million with Tank. That's always a talking point in negotiations for Ryan Garcia. But hey, whatever it takes to make that fight happen. I think if they got to go 50-50 and make this a fight where they put their pride aside, and one fighter, Ryan gives Teofimo the opportunity to be the A side, or vice versa, I think that's how you get the fight done. But it's a good fight, a fight that I don't think goes the distance, and it would definitely have to be a chess match. But the first person that makes the mistake would ultimately have to pay the biggest price. Obviously, Ryan Garcia has that big left hook, but Teofimo is a master counterpuncher, and I can assume that Ryan Garcia would be coming forward in that fight, and I think that's gonna make make the fight easier for Teofimo Lopez, but if Teo does get tagged by that left hook, it could be night from Teo, from Ryan Garcia. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about, Ryan Garcia. Obviously, he was Team Canelo before, not anymore, but now it's Teo and Team Canelo. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this new matchup and this new team of Team Canelo obviously welcoming Teofimo Lopez. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next Nabs Boxing video. Peace. That's going to do it for another Nabs Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.